they wanted to play. They knew what gear they needed to use, and they immediately pressed A. They were ready to go.
I always like seeing teams who are just
Yeah,
spot on, ready to go.
Yeah, they've probably talked about what specials they want, what weapons they're going to use, and moving forward. Oh, interesting. Ooh. We both noticed that. It looks like...
I would say a traditionalish comp coming out from InControl.
Yes.
They do have the Tri-Slosher. Like that Azure comp and a great snipe right off the bat from Shy. A weird comp, no?
Yeah.
Bomb rush, splashdown, bubbles, and baller on pretty long range stuff on a map that tends to favor shorter range weapons.
Yeah, that Explosion hopefully is going to be really good here at helping with zones. But they do have those two really long range weapons here.
And Quake just intelligently holding this Booyah Bomb, forcing Mudcup to push out a little bit. And Shy just barely able to save Soko, but Soko then goes down to Dash. Some nice pushing there. Teamwork, you know? Quake does some of the damage.
Yep, exactly. Watch out for your teammates.
I like this position here from Biscuit. They do need the zone here, and we're going to see Biscuit drop down. Not quite able to win that 1v1 against Mudcup.
And that's what we were talking about, too, that we might see two chargers, but we're seeing a charger from Shy, and then the other team is coming out with that ballpoint.
And Shy, I'm telling you, he doesn't miss.
I know, that was a really good snipe.
And that is the one advantage Charger has going for it over that ballpoint. It is a one-shot kill. If you find that X, wow, you know the rest.
I know the rest. I know what you mean.
But Simo doing wonderful work here with the Tri-Slosher, being a nuisance in the maze. Ooh,
nice. Throwing out those bombs to push out the other team like that.
But I think this is what, you know, what we really want to see Azure do here. They need to get full map control, because if they get that, they have the weapons to hold InControl out. They have that range, but at the moment, they're just not quite getting that.
Yeah, they're trying to get that one zone, but they can't kind of follow up and get the other zone.
Some lovely explosion here from Raze. And Quake doing a wonderful job there to save his teammate. And that is going to be a full wipe there on the side of Azure. InControl, definitely in some control here. Dash does go down, but this is not going to be an instant retake here.
Yeah, they're going to have to put in work here and get their specials.
Oh.
Man, brutal.
I'm sure you have some experience trapping people in corners with Booyah Bombs like that.
Yes, I do. Oh, that Explosion, that poor Explosion was kind of dropped down there.
And that's maybe, it's both one of the best and worst feelings as a missiler when you see the people that you missile instantly going down, getting splatted. But at the same time, you're very happy because, well, then there's no one there to worry about.
Yeah, then you don't have to deal with them.
But Shy continuing to get pick after pick, I would say definitely helping to keep Azure in this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Shy's doing really good at spotting these people. Oh my gosh. There was that flanking ballpoint.
The grouping there just overwhelmingly horrible for Azure, just finding themselves.
InControl is so pushed up into Azure's drop down here from the spawn. Even pushing up with that ballpoint.
And Biscuit continuing to put pressure on Shy there. Going to make a smart retreat here.
They know that they almost have this, so they're kind of trying just to hold the objective. Dashy's up here just putting in work.
Dash showing us a little dance there at the end there. That was, I think, the idea that Azure came in with, going with the backliner, well, not the backliner, but the midliner / backliner comp.
Yeah.
An interesting one.
Yeah.
Could have worked out in different circumstances, but just a lot of pressure coming from Simo.
Yeah.
The Tri-Slosher, we talked about it from the start.
Yep. Oh my gosh, 17 splats. I didn't even realize.
And yet, I'm not even surprised.
Yeah.
even though I know Simo's such a good player.
Yeah.
And I expect him to go out there and do work. But I've seen Keen just lazily pick up Tri-Slosher on this map in solo queue and drop 26, you know? So.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
It comes as no surprise to see the Tri-Slosher team winning that map.
Yeah, they kind of had a lot of aggression there that they were able to capitalize on against the long-range weapons that the other team had. So they did a really good job about just pushing up and locking them in.
And the other thing, too, is they were just so smart about their movement and their engagements, too, because sometimes you find yourself, you see an opponent and you want to push that opponent. But InControl understood that they didn't have the range advantage, so do a little damage, then tuck behind a wall and let your teammate drop down and get that finish.
Yeah, kind of acting like a distraction mechanism for your teammates.
It's wonderful all-around team play. And we're going to need to see more of that here in Rainmaker and Anchovy, because this one can go by quickly.
Oh, yep, this is the one we were talking about.
Yes.
This is exactly what we're talking about. So let's see if that same kind of aggression is going to happen here.
I like the switch off of X-Slosher and onto Dapples.
Dapples, wow, that's such a big switch, but it could definitely help out the team.
But you can get some really nice beacon placements around here.
Oh, yeah.
So those red Dapples are going to be coming in handy with getting the teammates back in quickly. And speaking of quickly, we see a quick break coming out here.
Each team has, now Azure has 1 down, but InControl is now down by 3.
Yes, InControl, I think the 2 backliners went down, or I guess more so the mid line and the back line.
Yeah.
But they did have enough people in mid to prevent that push from being anything too serious.
Azure, they're down by 2. InControl knows that they kind of have the advantage here. They let the Rainmaker reset so that way they can gain map control, get their specials, and start getting a push going.
And a really handy thing, too, to letting it reset instead of picking up. You're not allowing Azure here to start building specials more quickly, because if you were in possession of it, they'd be gaining their special. But
yep. Oh, and they got the lead. Oh, they used, when you hide against the wall like that, the other team can't drop down and get you. So they did that, exactly that, and they were able to get the lead.
So difficult to stop it indeed, but we do see Soko hitting direct after direct with that K-Machine.
There's that K-Machine we were talking about.
The hitbox, the range on it is just so, I don't want to say ridiculous, but it's very strong still. Simo in a bit of danger here.
He's kind of, he was in a little bit of a, 2v1.
But then Biscuit came in and bailed him out. And again, I think that's kind of the difference we're seeing now. I do want to point out that while Soko is an incredible player in his own right, Azure is not made up of all Azure players. There's still a little bit of maybe some growing pains in there, figuring out how each one fits in with another. And InControl have been consistently grinding their practice day after day.
Oh yeah, they've been
with the same team.
Yeah, they've been established for quite a while, so they all know how each other plays and what each other's gonna do.
And that's so important here. You know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. I know it's a cliche, but it's very true in Splatoon.
Oh, totally. InControl's pushing up with that Brella. Brella is always, like, when Brella is up in the front, it can be really frustrating to be against.
And while they were putting some great pressure on Shy with the double, that was a filthy little double.
Those are great snipes.
And he's going to get aggressive with this. Goes in for the tap shots. I like it. I like the aggression.
Yeah.
Does get the trade out thanks to the Rainmaker shot.
Yeah, Shy knew that one person was there and was weak, so they're trying to capitalize on that.
Sometimes it can be necessary. Soko trading out there with Biscuit and Quake cleaning up. InControl still in a decent spot to push here. Only 1 special on the side of Azure with the bomb rush. It can be good, but you really want to be saving that to get map control.
Ooh. So we have, okay, there goes Shy. I was just going to say, we have 1 special on the board, and it's Shy's Stingray. And
I don't love that Stingray. It felt like it came out a little bit too early. He wasn't sure of the location.
Yeah, didn't know where all the other players were really specifically. They didn't really have map control. But Shy's out here with those awesome snipes.
But Shy is showing that Shy's no Raybot. Clearly knows how to use the main weapon too, and that's what you really love to see.
Oh yeah. Now Azure's here trying to get map control. That's kind of been an issue in this match so far. And it looks like each team's down, what is it, 3, down 1. So
yeah. Biscuit did so well there to hang on and just defend while the rest of InControl were coming back. I think it was a 1v3, maybe even a 1v4 situation.
Yeah, there was a lot going on, so I was like, wait, no.
He picked one off right after another, and now look at this. InControl has massive amounts of map control.
They're doing such a good job at just holding this map control.
And I wasn't even sure where the Rainmaker was at that point. It was jammed in that corner, and it just allowed them to get so much paint down because they weren't focused on that. And they really don't have to focus on pushing at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, they know they have 25 seconds left. They know they have the lead. They have all that map control. So they might just kind of try and sit here and let the match play out.
They very well might, because sometimes a little bit of over-aggression towards the end can cost you. I think they're playing it smart here. Yes,
playing it smart, playing it safe.
I saw a little bit of a squid bag thanks to the thermal link from Simo, I think.
Oh my goodness.
That's the most unique squid bag I've ever seen, but that will be 2-0 to InControl.
Wow.
Again, very strong performance from them. Azure, I think, they have to find something here a little bit different. I don't know, maybe it's swing Mud Cup off of Squeezer and onto the more traditional K-shot or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been seeing Squeezers. Squeezers have been kind of showing up a lot more in competitive recently, but, you know, maybe they might benefit from switching to a shorter, more aggressive weapon. You know, we saw them switch up their weapons each match that we've seen so far. So it'll be interesting to see if they try and stay with the same things or they try and switch it up again to capitalize on what they can do against InControl.
And it is an interesting map here coming up with Tower Control, Inkblot Art Academy. Probably not the best for Squeezer. You know, Squeezer, we do see it more and more these days because people are understanding just how good it is at countering K-Pro. It's also decent against bamboozlers and even ballpoints sometimes if your aim is on point.
Yeah.
But it's such a high skill weapon that in the heat of the moment, you know, especially at a LAN too, these are higher pressure situations than you're used to on your online tournaments.
Totally.
The energy in this room, the amount of people who are watching this set.
I know.
It's on main stage. It might not be the pick for multiple reasons, but it just takes so much consistency.
Yeah. And both teams, they're ready right away. They knew.
Yeah.
They had a game plan going into this. So
they did.
Let's see what they're going to come out with.
And let's hope not the last map of the set, but
I know.
It could be, though.
It could be.
An interesting pick going with the Slosher Deco there.
Oh, we have a Dynamo.
Weird picks all around, I would say. Atypical to have a Slosher on tower unless maybe you're DJ and running the soda. Because DJ just makes every Slosher work somehow. It's insane. But
nice. That was a nice jump back.
It was. We do see InControl go down one player quickly, and Azure are going to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Maybe get at least to the first checkpoint, if not pop it too. This is why we see the Squeezer.
Yeah, those bubbles can be so deadly.
And
oh wow, look at them! They're coming out with they're using their raid, they use their armor and their bubbles.
How in the world did Simo survive? I saw the Dynamo fling, and I saw the Ink connect, and yet Simo, the invincible, still lives. Some good bomb spam coming out here to prevent the tower from breaking that first checkpoint, and they should be able to get two there. Soko not waiting, could have possibly waited for the recall instead of challenging it, but does get the trade at least.
Yeah, that trade will be beneficial here.
I don't know if Mudcup saw that beacon there. Yeah, I think Mudcup sees it now on the map, but has to contend with Quake first.
Yeah,
and only able to trade.
Yeah, if you knew if you went to go get that beacon, you might end up just being splatted in that. Azure, they got the tower back. They're back to that checkpoint, trying to push up and get the lead. The points here are so close.
And some, you know, bomb spam has become such an important part of Splatoon meta.
Yeah.
But we are seeing some very lovely finesse bombs as well right now. It's not just multitude, it's quality.
Oh yeah, they're throwing him exactly where the players are.
And Shy must be running at least the main of Quick Super Jump because he was out of there quick. He said, "Get me out." 0 to 60 real quick. But this is what we need to see to get a substantial push, get control of that plat, and at least get some pressure there. So they do get the first checkpoint broken.
Yep. They were able to get a few more points in that.
I think that's going to do it. That's a lot of jumps coming in there. If Soko gets a few of these cloches in the right direction. Not quite.
Ooh.
Great pick from Shy.
Nice. Okay. Azure's going to go ahead and try and take advantage of the other team being 2 down.
Oh.
Oh, what a great snipe.
And this is what I really want to see. He's going to have to probably leave here or...
Oh, yeah, he's getting surrounded.
Yeah.
Oh. And then that jump probably won't be safe. Poor Raze.
But capitalizing on those picks that we're seeing from Shy, that's really what Azure need to do here.
Oh, yeah. I know. Shy is really reliable with those snipes that we're seeing. So, and they were able to get a few more points, though. So we saw the points kind of creep up again, and they're really close. We have 78 on Azure and 75 in InControl side. It's
been very close, I think, for a large part of each map that we've seen so far from these teams. And hopefully, just for the neutral perspective, so we get to see another few more maps, hopefully Azure are able to, this time around.
Ooh! That was awesome!
Hopefully they're able to do more of that.
Yes!
Shy, please continue.
That's what we like to see.
If he gets the pick on
cool,
the ball.
they had multiple people on the tower. Oh, it looks like they need to communicate. Nice. We have Raze on the tower trying to get points.
Nice, and that's going to be lead.
Perfect.
And first checkpoint. A nice Ray there.
Love seeing a Ray push like that with someone on the tower.
And with just 1:10 left, I like this little slowdown of the pace here. Backing off, they do lose Raze there with Dynamo, but they're going to be able to hold a lot of map control.
Yeah, this match they're doing a lot better at map control. I love seeing this.
And this is smart here from
this
Soko.
little shark going on from Soko.
As long as the rest of Azure are not allowing too much map control to be taken, that shark can just be so devastating, because if you're in control, you think you're safe pushing up, but now we see that it's a delayed wipe pretty much. Wait, no, sorry. That was a little bit of back and forth. 2 players go down for InControl, 2 go down for Azure.
Oh, InControl's, they're pushing back up, or they're trying to.
Oh,
Azure's down by 3, so it's just Shy up there.
And Shy's in a bad spot here with Simo and Dash applying pressure.
Oh, this is the last few points here. They're going to get the lead.
Oh.
Of course.
And that's going to be full wipe. Simo knows this is the victory.
They knew it. The last 5 seconds. There it is.
And there it is. The 3-0.
Booyah Bomb, just threw it out to capitalize it. Woo.
Back and forth for a while there.
That was really back and forth. We kept seeing the points within just a few points of each other for each team.
I would have loved to have seen how, because InControl went from a 2v4 situations to a 2v2 situation.
Yeah.
I didn't quite catch how that happened, but
I didn't either. There was so much going on in that match.
That was the turn of the match there.
Yeah.
If that hadn't happened, I think Azure win that map and we were seeing game 4. But
yeah, we would have seen that game 4.
I think that was 3 3-0s that we got to witness.
We really did.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of fun, close matches. I enjoyed watching what weapons everyone was going to pick and come out with.
Me too.